Are you tired of the never-ending dance with tax deadlines, the constant fear of penalties, and the headache of keeping up with ever-changing payroll tax regulations? Do you dread the quarterly and annual filings, wondering if you've crossed every T and dotted every I? If you're a small business owner, a solopreneur, or even a household employer, chances are the answer is a resounding yes. Payroll taxes. Just the phrase alone can send shivers down the spine of even the most seasoned entrepreneur. It's not just about paying your employees. It's about withholding the correct amounts for federal, state, and local taxes, making timely deposits, filing a multitude of forms, and ensuring you're compliant with a dizzying array of regulations that seem to shift with the wind. The IRS estimates that a staggering 40% of small to medium-sized businesses face payroll penalties each year, with the average penalty hovering around $1,000. That's money directly out of your pocket, money that could be invested back into your business, into growth, into innovation. But what if I told you there's a way to transform this daunting task into a smooth, seamless operation? What if you could virtually eliminate the risk of penalties, free up countless hours, and gain genuine peace of mind when it comes to payroll tax compliance? That's where SurePayroll steps in. SurePayroll isn't just another payroll service. It's a dedicated partner designed specifically for small businesses, household employers, and even accountants managing multiple clients. It's built to simplify payroll processing, automate tax management, and most importantly, keep you compliant with confidence. So, how exactly does SurePayroll help you stay compliant with taxes? Let's break it down, feature by feature, benefit by benefit. The foundation: automated tax calculations and deductions. At the core of SurePayroll's tax compliance strength lies its powerful automation. Manual tax calculations are ripe for errors, and even a small mistake can snowball into significant penalties. SurePayroll eliminates this risk by automatically calculating all federal, state, and local payroll taxes based on the information you input. When you run payroll, SurePayroll instantly determines the correct amounts for federal income tax withholding, based on each employee's W-4 form, Social Security and Medicare taxes, FICA calculating both the employee and employer portions, Federal Unemployment Tax Act, future your responsibility as an employer for unemployment insurance, state income tax withholding, adhering to the specific rates and rules of your state, state unemployment insurance, SUI calculating your contributions to state unemployment funds, local taxes, if your business or employees are subject to city or county taxes, SurePayroll handles those too. This isn't just about simple arithmetic. SurePayroll constantly updates its system with the latest tax rates, wage base limits, and regulatory changes across all 50 states and thousands of local tax codes. This means you don't have to spend hours researching updated laws or worrying if your calculations are outdated. SurePayroll does the heavy lifting, ensuring every deduction is accurate and every calculation is spot on, every single time. Timely payments. Never miss a deadline again. Calculating taxes is one thing, but making sure they're paid on time to the correct agencies is another challenge entirely. Missed or late tax deposits are a primary cause of IRS penalties. SurePayroll addresses this head-on by automating tax payments. Once you run your payroll, SurePayroll takes care of remitting your federal, state, and local payroll taxes directly to the appropriate tax authorities. This includes federal tax deposits, such as your FICA and federal income tax withholdings, typically paid either semi-weekly or monthly, depending on your tax liability. State tax deposits, for state income tax and SUI, adhering to your state-specific deposit schedule. Local tax payments, if applicable. You don't need to manually initiate payments or remember complex deposit schedules. SurePayroll handles the entire process, significantly reducing the risk of late payment penalties. They even offer a no-penalty tax filing guarantee for their full-service payroll plans, demonstrating their confidence in their ability to keep you compliant and financially secure. This guarantee is a huge peace of mind for business owners, knowing that if SurePayroll makes an error that results in a penalty, they'll cover it. Effortless filings, from quarterly to annual reports. Beyond deposits, there's a mountain of paperwork. Quarterly and annual tax forms are essential for reporting your payroll activities to federal and state agencies. Trying to navigate these forms manually can be a labyrinthine experience. SurePayroll streamlines this process by automatically generating and filing these critical documents on your behalf. Here are some of the key forms SurePayroll handles. Form 941, Employer's Quarterly Federal Tax Return. This is your quarterly report to the IRS, summarizing wages paid, federal income tax withheld, and FICA taxes. SurePayroll prepares and files this form accurately and on time, typically by the last day of the month following the end of the quarter. Form 940, Employer's Annual Federal Unemployment, FUTA Tax Return. This annual form reports your FUTA tax liability. SurePayroll ensures this is filed correctly by the January 31st deadline of the following year. State Unemployment Tax, SUTA reports. Each state has its own quarterly or annual SUTA reporting requirements, and SurePayroll manages these filings according to your state's specific mandates. W-2 forms, wage and tax statement for your employees. SurePayroll generates and distributes W-2s, summarizing their annual wages and withheld taxes. They also file copies with the Social Security Administration, SSA, by the January 31st deadline. Employees can even access their W-2s through an employee self-service portal, reducing administrative burden for you. 1099 NEC forms, non-employee compensation. If you pay independent contractors $600 or more in a calendar year, you're required to issue them a 1099 NEC. SurePayroll helps you with this by generating these forms and filing them with the IRS, also by the January 31st deadline. Just ensure you collect a W-9 form from your contractors to have their necessary information. SurePayroll's automated filing capabilities free you from the laborious task of form completion, double-checking figures, and ensuring timely submissions. This dramatically reduces the chances of errors that could trigger IRS audits or penalties. Staying ahead of the curve. Compliance updates. Tax laws are not static. Federal, state, and local regulations are constantly being updated, revised, and sometimes even entirely changed. Keeping track of these shifts can be a full-time job in itself, and failing to implement new rules can lead to costly non-compliance. SurePayroll proactively addresses this by ensuring their system is always up to date with the latest tax legislation. This means automatic tax rate updates. When tax rates change, SurePayroll system is automatically updated, so your calculations are always based on the most current information. Compliance with new laws. If new withholding requirements, wage base limits, or reporting mandates are introduced, SurePayroll integrates these changes into its platform, shielding you from potential compliance issues. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.